Alright gamers, it is time for our favorite tier list. It is time to objectify 2D women. So starting off, we have Jackie. Jackie is pretty much a typical raging psychopath, just like Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, and my ex-girlfriend. Psychopaths have the need to dominate and bully others for the sake of their own narcissism. So if you're not a masochist, you're probably not going to enjoy being in a relationship with Jackie. But if you are, think about the possibilities you'll have with her, because always remember, danger boner, best boner. All in all, Jackie's character design is actually pretty cute, but she'd probably chop every appendage off my body, and that means it's not gonna be a long-lasting relationship. Therefore, C tier. I'd probably hook up with her if I was drunk enough, but I'll probably regret right after. Or maybe I won't because I'll be dead by then. Next on the list, we have Aya. My first impression towards Aya is that she's possibly the next Aimi Fukada, because she definitely has some big personality under all that facade. She's really cute with her pigtails and glasses, and some people are into that. She's also a very physical person, as proven that she's an actual police officer, and she's used to handling long and hard rifles all day long. I'll put her in the B tier though, just because she's everything I want in a girlfriend, but her klutzy nature makes me think that she's not ready into being a wife material. The third character we have on the list is Fiora. I don't know much about Fiora because her gameplay is just really boring to me, but from what I can gather, she talks a lot about how she wants her father's recognition.
Let's do it.
And when I try to imagine myself going on a date with Fiora, I feel myself falling deeply in love with her father instead of her, because she won't stop talking about him. I do have to take note that she looks pretty hot from her base art, but I'm not really digging the one leg short, one leg long pants fashion style. It's really weird to me. Just makes me think that our love is going to have a lot of indecisions, like, do I really love Fiora? Or am I actually in love with her father instead? So Fiora, C tier. She's pretty hot and I'd hook up with her if I had the opportunity to do so, and then I probably will be able to make my moves on her father, because that's the one true love that I'm really aiming for.
Let's do it.
Nadine is a really cool character, mainly because she is the one true ADC-like character in the game currently, which makes her gameplay really unique. But if we take a look into her lore, she was raised by wolves because her parents died in a landslide, car accident, or something like that. Why was she not rescued by humans? You know what, I don't know. But that means if we were to date Nadine, it may or may not be considered bestiality. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm not into bestiality, but I've never tried it. So I feel like Nadine is only a B tier, because female Tarzan over here might need some time to readjust to human society, so we'll have to take our relationship one step at a time. Next on the list, we have Hart. I'm just going straight to the point with her and say that she is a C tier. She plays the guitar, which is one of my favorite musical instruments, and she preaches about love and peace all the time, which is also a good thing. But these two things require me to get out of my house, and as a gamer, I don't feel like doing neither of those things. I'd hook up with her because she's cool and all, but let's be real here. We're never gonna be in tune if we're in a relationship. Moving on, we have Dailin. Dailin is a childish bum. She sold her family's martial arts studio because her parents didn't pay enough attention to her. Imagine if I don't pay enough attention to her. She's probably gonna sell my kidneys to the black market just for booze money. But my favorite Korean cosplayer did cosplay as her, and I'm biased, so I'm bumping her up one tier. C tier, because Dailin is actually pretty cute, and I'm only doing this because Akiholic is hot. Next up, we have Hyejin. Based on the character's design, Hyejin is super cute. And she is the only child from a generational shaman family. That probably means that she's rich, and if I don't say she's best girl, I'm probably gonna get cursed. So Hyejin, best girl, S tier. Please don't curse me. If you've watched my streams or other videos, you'd probably already guessed it. Sissela is an S tier. From her blue eyes to white hair, she is just adorable. Plus, she's got some good comfy looking fashion style, and I'm a big sucker for girls in comfy clothing. She's been hospitalized and experimented on for her rare blood disorder since a very young age, and that just makes me sympathize and want to protect her. Now, I know what some of you might say, but Mr. Assfire, Sissela is such an annoying character to fight against. Well, true, but that just means that she's also an S tier character in power level, so Sissela, best girl. Next on the list, we have Chiara. If there's one thing I know about Chiara is that she's religious, and that means no sex until marriage. And even then, it's only missionary or it's gonna be a sin. That doesn't sound like the relationship is going to be very exciting. So B tier for Chiara, because I still really much enjoy her character design, and the whole nun discovering the cruelty of the world is kind of a cool story. But that's about it. Moving on to the next character, we have Adriana. I'm pretty sure everyone can agree that Adriana is hot. A relationship with her will definitely get sparks flying and moments getting heated up. She's also a schizophrenic and talks a lot about her friend Lily, so dating her is kind of like a buy one free one deal. Adriana also reminds me of Megumin from Konosuba, so she's obviously best girl, S tier. My first impressions towards Sylvia is that she, for obvious reasons, definitely belong in the A tier. But after getting to know her a little better, I understand that she likes to live life in the moment without any consequences. That sounds really exciting and all, but that probably means that she wouldn't want any strings attached anyways. So out of respect for her views in life, I'm bumping her down to the B tier because overall, I'm really digging the whole upbeat tomboy vibe from her. And as we all know and love, femboys make the best waifus. Next up, we have Emma. Emma is pretty much what you'll get if you combine Chitoge Kirisaki and Hatsune Miku's design together. I'm a big fan of her giant bunny ear-like ribbons and her bluish-green color scheme. She also has that happy-go-lucky personality and her street magician antics will never fail to put a smile on my face. Her gameplay is also one of the most magical and fun in the game currently, so Emma? S tier for sure. Lenox is someone who I'd personally really enjoy hanging out with just because she has that relaxed and wise Oji-san soul, but in a hot MILF body. Only problem with her is that she seems to be really into snakes. Her whole clothing contains snake motifs and even her tattoos are of snakes. And I just personally really despise snakes. But overall, as long as she doesn't actually want to own a pet snake, I think she is probably the coolest waifu in the game. So A tier. In order to fully understand Rozzi, we must first look at her design. So she really likes black. Her gameplay is really bouncy. Something Morph and Enigma. Yeah, she definitely is a double D tier. I really like her design, but I hate seeing her in Uptown and Docks because you know the moment she finishes her Electron Blaster, she will attempt to grief you. So just like Hyunwoo, you two deserve each other. Cathy is also another character that can and will grief you early, but I'm putting her in the A tier just because I think she's really cute with those bloodshot eyes staring into my soul. Her blue ribbons and bloody bonesaw also says a lot about how she is a very caring and empathetic surgeon. She also has that small rip on her skirt for mobility, proving that she has as much brains as she is beauty. So overall, A tier because of her design, and definitely not because I'm biased as she is my most late character because I want to kill all the Rozzis that I meet in Uptown or in Ordox. Now we've come to our final and latest character for ERBS. Adela. I haven't played much Adela, so I can't be too sure about her. But I have seen a lot of Adelas trying to kill me in Temple early because her damage is just ridiculous. Every time I look at a portrait though, she reminds me of Skrillex, and he was the reason why my ex-girlfriend started using dubstep as a morning alarm, so fuck you Adela.